Yo, what's up, Diamond family? It's your man VV, and welcome back to the VVS Academy. As you guys know, I'm here every week dropping off gems, teaching you to record and mix your music better. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Look, man, I got a real crazy video for you guys today. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to mix female rap vocals. Those hard Cardi, Glorilla, Meg vocals. You want that sound? I'm going to show you guys how to get it right now. So don't even sleep. We're not going to overtalk it. Let's jump right into it. But look, if you don't have a template for recording in Pro Tools and get that industry quality recording out of the way, check out my free template down below. It's going to completely change the game for you. It's going to handle all the complex routing and let you focus on recording some really great songs right away. It's completely free, so check that out. Now, let's jump back into the track. I'm going to play it back for you, and then we'll dive into the effects. Let's get it.
These bitches that must have a mix up. Heard of me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions. Guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me, and now I can see why. Buying my shit had to give me a PI. Call me Young Thug, I'm all about money. Come test me, little bitch, if you think this shit funny. Be like I'm freaky and nasty, I'm like that. Don't gotta ask if we fight, I'ma bite back.
All right, bet. So as you can hear, the song already sounds good. The vocal sounds good. The main thing with an industry quality vocal that you can always tell is that the vocal doesn't move. It stays right in the front, right, very present and right in your face, and it doesn't go anywhere. You don't hear it shifting up and down and to the left or the right or anything like that. That's the goal. That's what you're looking for when you're mixing your vocals. So let me show you how we achieve that with this vocal. What I'm going to do is bypass the effects that we have up here so far, and then we'll see how it sounds without any of this.
These bitches that must have a mix up. Heard of me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions. Guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me, and now I can see why. Buying my shit had to give me a PI. Call me Young Thug, I'm all.
And so the main thing you notice is when we take our effects off is that the vocal becomes inconsistent. So there's certain words that are louder than others. There's certain parts that are quieter than others. You can't really hear everything she's saying. You don't get all of the emotion that she's delivering. And it's because the vocal isn't controlled. It's just not mixed well. So let's dive into what we did. The first thing that I generally use on a female vocal is a de-esser, because you don't really have to add too much high end when it comes to mixing female vocals, but you do need to control the high end. And so that's what we're using our de-esser for. So I'm going to just show you how this is cleaning up the S's on this vocal.
These bitches that must have a mix up. Heard of me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions. Guess you do anything for attention.
The reason we want to do this toward the beginning of the vocal chain is because I am going to add some high end later on. And if I add high end before I control the S's, it's going to make them even more out of control. And if I want to de-ess after the fact, it's going to make my de-esser have to work even harder. So we're trying to avoid that. So we went straight with a de-esser right out of the gate. Now, I skipped over this one, but this first channel is just a channel strip emulation. It's going to make, I have this basically on every channel of my mix. It's making the entire mix sound like it's running through an analog SSL console. So it's something that I like to use. You don't have to use this, but if you use Slate, I encourage you to use it. If you use Waves, you can use the NLS channel. You can use if you use like the SSL channel strip from Plugin Alliance, it does the same thing to emulate those kinds of things. You want to just sometimes add that analog feel to your mix when you're working in the box. Now, I do generally track with hardware, so I track with external preamp, external compressor, that kind of thing. So I get some analog feel on the way in, but as I'm mixing, I like to try to enhance that, and so that's the point of this. I followed that up specifically with the Blackface or the Black 1176. Because it doesn't add as much mid-range, it's usually more low-end forward. And that's usually what I'm missing from a female vocal. They don't have a lot of bass in their voice, and so they don't sound as dominant on the track. But we do want them to, and so that's why I chose this specific compressor. Let's hear what it's doing.
These bitches that must have a mix up. Heard of me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions. Guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me, and now I can see why. Buying my shit had to give me a PI. Call me Young Thug, I'm all about money. Come test me, little bitch, if you think this shit funny. Be like I'm freaky and
so as I said before, I tracked this vocal with compression, so it's already controlling some of the peaks, and you can see the compressor isn't working super hard. What it's doing is boosting our volume, and then as it boosts our volumes, the peaks that start to stand out or get a little too loud, it's just turning those down. So watch how the needle moves.
These bitches that must have a mix up. Heard of me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions. Guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me, and now I can see why. Buying my shit had to give me a PI. Call me Young Thug, I'm all about money. Come
And so if we go without it, you'll hear how the vocal just gets a little less consistent.
These bitches that must have a mix up, hurting me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions, guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me and now I can see why. Buy my shit had to give me a PI. Call me Young Thug, I'm all about money.
And if you can't hear the difference just yet, it's fine. Don't sweat it. It takes a long time to really start to hear compression. But once you do, it really opens up the world for you of mixing. It makes things a lot easier, right? So if we hear it without the compression, it just sounds less controlled. It sounds a little loose, less concise, less precise. It doesn't sound like the vocal is right in front of us and staying right in front of us. It sounds like she might be moving or something as she's rapping. So the compressor helps with that. Now we follow that up with just an SSL style EQ. You can see we're doing very minimal moves here. We're doing a 1.8 cut here, a 2.4. We're doing a very, very small half dB boost at about 7K, 7.5. And we're boosting some low end, 1 dB at 240, right? So what this is going to do, the low end is going to add some body to her vocal, right? It's going to add some of that weight that we're missing just based off of the fact that she doesn't have, she's not a man. She doesn't have a deep, manly voice. But also the upper mid-range was a little too much, and so we cut a little bit of that 1K. And then generally up in this range, in the 5K, 3 to 5K range, it can get spitty with a female vocal, and so I try to cut some of that out as well. And then I just want to bring back a little bit of the air from the top end. So that's what we did here. Let's listen with our EQ engaged now.
These bitches that must have a mix up, hurting me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions, guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me and now I can see why. Buy my shit had to give me a PI. Call me Young Thug, I'm all about money. Come text me, little bitch, if you think this shit funny.
So as you notice, that low end that we added just added a lot more aggression to her vocal. It just made the song sound a lot more aggressive, a lot more mean, a lot more menacing. That's what we wanted, but you can hear it also made the vocal a little bit darker. And so we lost some of that brightness that we had before. And so what I did was follow that up with just another compressor. I like to use the distressor because the distressor can add some saturation and some distortion. And generally, we don't want to add distortion, but my thought process is add distortion when you mean to. You don't want to accidentally distort, but when you mean to distort, use it. And that's what we're doing here. You'll hear it's a very subtle distortion, but it just subtly lifts the high end of the track up. Listen.
These bitches that must have a mix up, hurting me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions, guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me and now I can see why. Buy my shit had to give me a PI.
And you can see also with the mix knob, we're not doing a whole lot of this. We're only doing 16% of this super compressed signal. But when we mix it in with our other signal that's well controlled and well EQ'd, it just adds a vocal that's really pleasant and really, well, not pleasant, but it sounds right on this track. The vocal that's doing the right thing for this specific track. So I just ended out this vocal chain with another favorite of mine is the TDR Nova, because I felt like the mid-range or the upper low range, I don't even know how to describe it, but in this 500 to 600 range, it was still a little bit of build up there. And so not all the time, but only on specific or certain words and certain places in the verse. And so we used the TDR Nova to turn those things down only when they were too loud. And so let's watch how this works.
These bitches that must have a mix up, hurting me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions, guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me and now I can see why. Buy my shit had to give me a PI. Call me Young Thug, I'm all about money. Come text me, little bitch, if you think this shit funny. He like I'm freaky and nasty, I'm like that. Don't gotta ask if we fight, I'ma bite back.
And really, man, it's that simple. You only need a couple of plugins, some decent balance, and you can get those industry quality female rap vocals super easy, super simple every single time. Look, man, these are the tips I'm giving you guys week in and week out. If you need a little bit more help, drop me a line down below. My name is Vivi, and I'm here for you. Stay humble, make diamonds only. Peace.
These bitches that must have a mix up, hurting me, bitch, you be liking my pictures, but it's sad that you say in my mentions, guess you do anything for attention. These bitches don't like me and now I can see why. Buy my shit had to give me a PI. Call me Young Thug, I'm all about money. Come text me, little bitch, if you think this shit funny. He like I'm freaky and nasty, I'm like that. Don't gotta ask if we fight, I'ma bite back. Told him I love him, I ain't mean to type that. Know how I get off the Henny, now fall back.